Hey friends! I am 37 weeks pregnant. You guys can see all that from there. And I have not shown you guys a grocery haul in months at this point. And I didn't buy these groceries with any like pregnancy specific rhyme or reason. But I figured this is a pretty good indication of what I've been eating. I also did get a couple things kind of with the intent of this will be good to have on hand once baby's here because it'll make meals simple or simpler. So I figured, why not? Let me show you guys. And while I'm at it, I'm also going to tell you guys about some of the things that I've not bought yet but that I'm planning to buy to keep on my little mobile nursing cart as kind of like overnight snacks, things that I'm going to just have on hand to munch on when baby inevitably wakes me up 1,000 times a night. And I'm planning to breastfeed, so I'm sure I'm going to be super hungry, but I'm not going to have the time or opportunity to like prepare things. So I'm trying to think ahead about things I could keep on hand that don't require refrigeration, that I could just reach for while I'm nursing even, and that will sustain me. So with all that being said, let's jump into the actual groceries that I already bought. I'll tell you what I'm planning to do with all of it. I mean, whatever's not obvious. And then I'll tell you guys about the stuff that I haven't bought yet, but that I plan to. I sound a little froggy, by the way, because I literally just woke up to all of this at my front door. That bag right there might give you some indication as to when about I'm recording this. I've never heard of this show, so I don't know when it's coming out. But yeah, this is the groceries that we are going to put away together right now. First thing I'm pulling out is some gluten-free burger buns. You guys might know, if you've been watching the rest of my pregnancy updates, that I have had intense Fuddruckers cravings throughout the entire pregnancy. But Fuddruckers adds up, it gets expensive. So this time around I decided, let me stock up and just get things that I could try to like make burgers for myself at home. And maybe kind of offset the cost a little bit. So in this bag, we got some dates because the doula recommended I start eating dates. I've already started drinking my red raspberry leaf tea every day. And the contractions have started, for sure. And speaking of started, my husband apparently just started a 3D print. So we're gonna have some fun background noise for the rest of this video. I got myself some more barbecue sauce. This is my favorite barbecue sauce. And you can only get it on Amazon Prime. By the way, this is an Amazon Fresh order. So, yeah. Got myself some avocado oil spray because I was out. We have an onion that I'm planning to use for fajitas, but I'll probably end up using the rest of it for other stuff. And some shampoo, because we were running low and I didn't want to have to think about household things once baby's here. Last thing in this box, we got some Capri Sun, because I've been craving it, but also this is one of those things that I'm planning to stock up on to keep on the bottom shelf of my little rolling nursing cart, which maybe eventually I'll give you guys a little tour of that, of like all the stuff I have on there for overnight. But these don't have to be refrigerated. They're better if they are. But they don't have to be refrigerated. And hydration. I'm actually really like, most times of the day I'm grossed out by water. So, and that was even pre-pregnancy. I do drink plenty of water. And I'm planning to prioritize water while I'm nursing. But again, overnight, I need something easy. I need something that I can just grab without even having to put the baby down. So that's where these come in. Next, I got some diced peaches. Again, something quick and easy that doesn't require refrigeration. I got lots of rice. A, because we were out, and B, because it's a staple. We could use this for all sorts of different meals. Daya cheddar mac and cheese. My favorite of all of the dairy-free, gluten-free mac and cheeses out there. I like to throw some crumbled bacon in here, and it's amazing. So that's not really like a postpartum thing. That's just it's yummy and I want to eat it. And more Capri Sun. This one's a fruit punch variety. This bag was double taped. I don't know what's going on here, but alright. So these are like proteins and stuff. This is a lot of things that I got from my son. So you guys know my son loves these Applegate pepperonis. I got him a couple varieties of that. And I got 3 packs of salmon. I've been really into salmon during the pregnancy. I've not been eating it as frequently as I would like because it is expensive. But this is typically like $15 and they were marked down to $5.99 each. So I took advantage. I'm going to have one today probably and freeze the rest for later meals. What I like doing with this is I make like a homemade teriyaki sauce and I bake it and I just have it with like rice and veggies, or I make my version of the Gaming Foodies sushi bowl with it. I don't do crab or imitation crab. I'm allergic to crab first off. And imitation crab, I just don't see the need for it. But I'll either use canned tuna if the stuff is really dire, or I'll make salmon and I'll do it with that and it's really yummy. So we also got my son a big old thing of bacon and the aforementioned burgers. I'm probably going to freeze 1 pack because it's 2 different packs of 2. Freeze 1 pack and keep the other in the fridge for a meal at some point this week. We're running out of space on the counter. Ooh, okay. A pepper, again, for our fajitas. I just realized recently that we've been doing our fajita Fridays since August of 2023. So that's every single week for over 2 years now, at the time that you're watching this video, of fajitas every Friday. And we also have eggs. I only bought a dozen. I've been buying throughout the pregnancy 30 eggs a week and getting through 30 eggs a week. I prioritized eating eggs because protein, fat, choline in the yolks, which is great for baby's brain development, etc. Eggs are a superfood. But again, a sign of the times, eggs have become literally nearly impossible to find, and when you do find them, they're expensive as hell. So I've been buying a dozen a week when I can find them and kind of rationing them so that I try to get an egg or 2 every day. Alright, so this appears to be freezer stuff. I got some tater tots because they're yummy and I like having them with breakfast. I make like a tater tot, egg, and like sausage or bacon, whatever kind of bowl. Or I also, if I have tortillas, I don't right now, but if I have tortillas, I'll make like a breakfast burrito and put that inside to bulk it up. Blueberry muffins from Udi's. They're gluten-free, dairy-free. They're really yummy, so I'm going to have these as a treat. I'll just keep them in the freezer. Some waffles for breakfast sandwiches. French fries, and these fries in particular, my son has recently discovered that he loves. And in case you're new around here, my son is on the autism spectrum and he has suspected ARFID, which is an avoidant restricted food intake disorder. He only has like 6-7 safe foods at any given time. So him deciding that he likes a brand new one that's easy to find, easy to make, easy to feed him is... So yeah, fries all day. And last thing I have in here, I wish I had more, but they're very expensive also. This is just some gluten-free chicken tenders. I always have some version of this in my freezer because this is a quick and easy meal that is high protein. This is typically like $9 a box and it was on sale for $6. So I went ahead and I grabbed one because yeah, they're really expensive usually. I'm trying to reframe how I think about groceries because, for example, the burgers were like $15 and the buns were I think another $7 or $8. So let's say $23 for all of this. But if I were to buy from Fuddruckers, I would spend more than $23 for one burger. And all of this stuff is going to make me 4 burgers. So when you look at it that way, this is not so bad at all. I got a big old pack of chicken drumsticks. I will probably break this down into like maybe 3 different Ziplocs and put this in the freezer for later meals. And the only reason I got this was because it was $1.98 a pound. So I said, why not? Let's think ahead a little bit. And then, oh goodness, this whole bag basically is Applegate pepperoni For the kiddo, we are stocking up big time because this keeps really well and it's one of his safe foods. I got some green onion because I always have this on hand. It goes in everything, literally everything. I got myself some cheese slices because they're delicious and I put them in everything. And lastly, I got kiddo a bag of Honeycrisp apples because he was down to his last one and we can't have that obviously. So that's all of the groceries, and I guess let me go ahead and get my phone so that I can show you guys my Costco order that I'm getting ready to set up, and that will lead us into the stuff I haven't bought yet but intend to for postpartum. I'll take care of this later. So the Costco stuff is actually a really short list. It's just kind of expensive because, you know, everything at Costco is in bulk. But the things that I have here are, well, we need paper towels. And I had put more of this stuff in there because I use this literally daily. And it's also become very hard to find. And Costco's the cheapest place I've been able to find it. So both of those things are on my list. But I also have this right here. So Heavenly Hunks brownies. I actually have not had these yet, but I've not had anything from this brand that has not been phenomenal. So these are just like a sweet treat. I also have from that same brand, if I can find it, here it is, some organic oatmeal cookies. And these are all gluten-free, dairy-free, etc. Oatmeal is supposed to be really good for boosting your milk supply. So that's one of the reasons I got those. And I also tried to be kind of well-rounded as far as the kind of snacks and treats that I put into my nursing cart. Brain fart and I just woke up. But yeah, so that I have something that I can satisfy whatever craving with in the middle of the night. Speaking of, Siete chips variety pack. Apparently this is currently out of stock, but hopefully I'm able to get it eventually. And all of these brands that I'm showing you are gluten-free, dairy-free, things I've eaten in the past, so I know that they're safe. This is Nature's Garden Trail Mix Snack Packs. And these are just variety of trail mixes. None of them have chocolate because that's kind of iffy. They're just fruits and nuts. But again, like nutrient dense, doesn't require refrigeration, individually packed. Coconut water, that's something else that I've had literally every day during the pregnancy. And it's great for hydration and it's not straight water, so I can stomach it any time of day. Chomps beef sticks, I swear by these. I take these to Disney every time we go. I always have a couple in my purse. They're just straight beef, but they're tasty and I know that they're safe to eat because a lot of beef jerky isn't. Gatorade, not the most natural thing, but again, tasty. I know I can stomach it and it's better to have this than to not have hydration, period. It doesn't require refrigeration, etc., etc. And then the last two things I have on here are basically like a 10-pound pack of chicken drumsticks, again, so that I could just have them on hand. Between that and the rice and like a couple sacks of potatoes, we're good for a while as far as like simple meals that I can easily switch up flavors, textures, cook easily, etc. Survival mode. And then I also have like a 7-pound pack of chicken wings, because chicken wings are delicious and again, easy to flavor differently to kind of zhuzh things up and keep things different. Plus, again, chicken wings are something that I've craved a lot during the pregnancy, but they're just good regardless. So I was planning to stock the freezer with all that. I had intended to do like freezer meals and stuff, but the fact is that for our household, that's not super practical because everybody here has a very, very different diet. And so if it was a situation where at least me and my husband would eat from a freezer meal and we would just have to like take care of kiddos' meal separately or something, it might make sense. But realistically, if I were to prepare a freezer meal for myself, that would just mean that I'm eating the same thing for like 3 days straight. And even though that would make my life simpler, I don't know if it's necessarily something that I want to do. So I figured instead I would just stock up on staples, so that way whatever I might want to have, I hopefully have most, if not all, of the ingredients on hand for it, and we could just kind of go from there. Plus I'm going to have help from my mom, and obviously hubby's going to be here for the first, while. So I think with all of this, we're pretty much set up. So that's been my very, very, very pregnant grocery haul. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys liked the little break from the typical sit down videos. And make sure that you're subscribed so you can come on back, because in a week, I'll have my 38-week update. Very, very soon. Out of breath. Okay. Thanks for watching. Bye.